Here we go. We're going to talk about Project 2. Project 2, you are going to make your own little tutorial on Blender. We're going to use a program called OBS, which I'm recording this with at the moment, open source and free, and we've got it installed at school. Mr. Landman and I both use it to record our little tutorials, and you're going to record a little aspect of Blender. I'm going to go to full screen. Okay, so you're going to record a little cool thing. You're not going to make it very long, so I don't want you to go more than 5 minutes at the most, and you can do it on any aspect you like. Okay, so worst comes to worst, I don't think you will need to, but you could recreate the human figure we've just done, and you could change it to an alien or a dog or a horse or a tech teacher. Ha ha ha. Anyway, just one little piece, whether it's something like I just recorded a video for my metalwork class, so I went through and I set Blender up so it was more like millimeters and that type of thing. So I actually went through here. Now I won't do it now, and I changed my screen. So if I go to preferences, I can go to my interface. You could talk about something like that. You're going to use Adobe Premiere and Adobe After Effects to make like an intro and cut it all together. You don't have to do voiceover like what I'm doing now, but you can if you want to. We can get microphones and things like that and do it. You can type in the text, use After Effects to overlay the text and point to little things. You might even be able to do like a little zoom in, something like that. Or you could do computer narration. I don't really like that in tutorials myself, but I know a lot of people use it on YouTube and things like that. So basically you're getting something ready for YouTube. I've been talking for a little while, but let's do something quickly. Okay, so I've got Blender set up with the fonts a little bit bigger and dark mode and stuff like that. So let's do a tutorial. Okay, I am going to make something cool. I won't tell you. You'll see at the end what it is. Let's go to edit mode. So I press tab to go to edit mode. Now, here you go. This is a little tip for you. I've got a little thing called screencast keys. There are many versions of it floating around the internet, and you can change color and stuff like that. I like green. It's my favorite color. You can change the size, and there's a whole bunch of other little bits and pieces you can do. So I've got that going. So that will show you my mouse clicks and my shortcut keys I press. So that's a good one to do. You'll have to get online and find the add-on. That could be part of the tutorial. You could explain how you set that add-on up using the add-ons menu. It's called screencast keys, okay? And how you use it. So where you find the add-on, what it does, and how you use it. That could be a tutorial. I'm going to take my default cube because it annoys me. I'm going to get rid of the material that's attached to it. I'm going to go into edit mode by pressing tab. I can do it up here as well. And once I get to that mode, I am going to subdivide the whole thing. So right click, subdivide. That's not enough for what I want. I'm going to click on here and I'm going to make it an 8 and subdivide it by 8. Before I get out of that window, I'm going to change the smoothness to 1. Turns it into a little, well, a sphere basically. Okay, so I've got a sphere like that. Now I'm going to change and select a few faces. Okay, so I'm going to pick random faces all over there. I don't want any together like that, so I can deselect them. I want them all over the place and not in a pattern. For this cool thing I'm going to do, which could be in bad taste, but you never know. Okay, I've seen it done online before. Actually, something good you could possibly use. So randomly go around, use my middle wheel to scroll around. I could use a tilde and go to front, Oh, I should have kept shift down. Okay, so I'm holding shift while I do it. Tilde, left, keep shift, and press. Yeah, I could do that. I actually prefer using the middle button though. Anyway, I'm going to go around there, and I've got to keep it in 5 minutes, don't I? So, okay. Go around, picking faces. You got to come up with a name for your imaginary. Well, not imaginary because you're going to do it. You got to come up with a cool cool YouTuber name if you don't already have one. Okay, maybe one more. Let's see the top. No, I don't like that one there. One here. All over here. There. Okay. There. So every time I move, I let go of shift, rotate it around, hold down shift, and then pick a face. Now I'm going to bring those faces out. I'm going to do an extrude. But if I extrude, they all want to go in one direction. For me, I want to change my my little pivot area to individual origins, and then I'm going to press E for extrude and bring it out like that. I'm not going to go too far for this. About there, something like that. Okay, they're still all got the faces selected. I'm going to press S for scale and bring it in a little bit, maybe like that. Then I'm going to extrude again, maybe out like that, and scale it out like that. Then I'm going to press I, bring it in a little bit like that, and then I'm going to press E, move it back in like that. Can you see what I'm making? I think you can. Okay, I'm going to press tab to get back to object mode, and I'm going to come over and add a modifier to it. I'm going to add a subdivision. Ooh, looking more like what you think it's going to be. And I'll right click on it, shade smooth. Look at that, beautiful. So I upped the viewport render. I should go up to render too. And there we go. We have that lovely little coronavirus, 2020's wonderful little year ruining, lockdown making, people destroying coronavirus. So that could be something. Now, I made a bit of light, but it's obviously not a light thing, but that's something that could go into a possibly a presentation. We will study what has happened this year for years to come. We are living through history, a pandemic that we could have lived without, but every night when we turn on the news, we see little 3D rendered viruses bouncing around to illustrate the world we are currently living in. So I've made that. Let's make it a disgusting color. A good way to do that, I've already deleted the material. I'm going to press the N key, and I have Blender Kit set up. So Blender Kit is in your preferences. You don't have to download that. Type in Blender Kit, turn that one on, and then when you press N, you'll see Blender Kit there. We are going to look for a material, something gross, green. Find materials. I'm going to turn on a little eye there. That'll show this little window here. I think the coronavirus should be green. Slimy. Jade green, that's too nice. Too nice. Come here, click on the arrows. That looks a bit gross. Oh yeah, I like that one. Maybe that one. Going to double click on it. Maybe single click. Oh, it's loading. Here it is. So loading in. You could speed this up. When you make your tutorial, you don't have time to spare. So you'll speed it up in Premiere. So I've recorded that scene. Don't have to do it in one big chunk like I'm doing. You can record little pieces. Okay, so that material should be applied. However, we won't see it in shaded mode. So we're going to go to one of the other views. I'll hide this while I'm at it. Click on there. Oh yeah, looks thoroughly disgusting. I might even go back into edit mode, pick everything, and do a UV smart unwrap and see what happens. Okay, probably looks better now. Okay, so there is my virus ready for presentation. Maybe an animation, maybe a news clip at the back of the news. I haven't been keeping track of the time. I've been recording for 10 minutes. Okay, so I introduced the project and I recorded a little tutorial on how to make a disgusting coronavirus. And to get rid of that, and there it is. So if I could make the light, let's go to our camera view and let's do a quick render. F12, and there we go. There is our virus. Okay, thank you for watching. Let's get stuck into project 2.